Today is Tuesday. Ooh, JS Tuesday.
Alright guys, so for the first episode of JS Tuesdays, we're going to be drawing some flags. I'm going to start off with something simple, the flag of France. I'm going to be doing all these flags from memory. I haven't looked at them anytime recently or anything like that, and I'm going to try to make them as relatively accurate as possible. Let's see. So the flag of France is 3 components. So the width, 32. 32 divided by 3 would be 10.6 recurring. Let's try 10.66 or 67. Can we? Okay. Alright, no outline. We want the shape fill to be blue, because that's something like that. Duplicate, it's white in the middle, so we can just leave that and put that right there and make this red. What's a good color? Red, maybe that color. Okay, and there we have the flag of France. Okay, let's make another flag. Let's just go with, I don't know. We could go with America, why not? So America, 13 stripes. So it's the best way to do this would be, I guess, let's check out the size here. So the height, the height of the whole slide is 18. Now we want to do 18 divided by 13, which, let me just pop over into a calculator program here. 18 divided by 13, 1.38, height, not width, 1.38, because that should give us 13 equal strips, if I'm not mistaken. No outline. The top and bottom most strips are red. So let's just duplicate that. We want it to be equally distant, and now we can copy both of these and paste and do that again. So I believe what it is, I'm making all these flags in a 16:9 ratio. That's the ratio of the canvas here, because that's the ratio of the screen, you know, of most computer screens and whatnot, HD. But that's not necessarily the ratio of all these flags in reality. They usually tend to be quite wider, actually. So what I might do is group these and bring it in a bit so that it's more. We could even make it just be the right half. And now what we could do, we could just duplicate that and just do something like that. But now we're running into problems. Did I do something wrong with the math? Because it's supposed to be, well, how many stripes is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
13. Okay, well this is supposed to be the last stripe. So the spacing got a bit messed up. But, you know, this is just for fun. It doesn't have to be professional, I guess. Now, okay, so we would drag these across. I'm noticing a very small gap right there. It's not flush with the edge, so I'm just going to click there and make it flush. Alright, now we zoom back out, and let's make a rectangle here. Put it to there. No outline. Let's make it the same navy blue we made the French flag. But, you know, I hold down shift while I made that star so that it stays an equilateral star, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so it's 50 stars. I believe the pattern is like 6, 5, 6, 5, 6 or something like that. So it's like 4 sets of 5 and 5 sets of 6. 5 times 6 is 30 and 4 times 5 is 20, and that equals 50. So I think that's what it is. So it's like 6 stars at the very top. That's pretty good actually, but let's just center it. So let's select all these, group them, and then drag it so that it's just perfectly centered in this blue, I think you call it the canton. And then let's make some more, saving space for the 5s in betweens. So remember, it's 5 sets of this 6. Fix that up. Duplicate one more time and drag that down. Try to have that be aligned with the rest. This one, move it up a little bit. This looks off-center to me. Is that centered? When you start having a bunch of objects, they start wanting to align to each other instead of aligning to the original things you wanted them to align to. Anyway, well, that's pretty good, I guess. Now what we can do is actually take this, ungroup, deselect one of them, regroup, copy, and then paste. Because now we have a set of 5 stars, and we can put that somewhere like there. And now we duplicate, drag down, and now we can just select this again, duplicate them both, and this will be it. And if I'm not mistaken, that should be 50 stars. And there we have it, the American flag. What's another flag to do? If we're going to be going with red, white, and blue, Western first world democracies and such, then next up would have to be Great Britain. So we'll start off by doing this. So let's get the plus. Let's make this white. Is that too thick of a line? Maybe not, I don't know, maybe it's too thin. Alright, what we could do next is make the X lines like something like this. Okay, and just rotate that. I mean, that's okay. Make that white as well, but this one isn't going to be as thick, is it? I don't know, we'll find out. Rotate this, try to put that like that. Yeah, we're off to a pretty good start, I'd say. So what if we just grouped these, okay, and then we duplicated it made it red like that and like just made it smaller, and we'd have a good basis for what we need to do next. So now that we have that done, we can select these individual ones and drag them out. And I feel like it's the white space on the edge should be thicker. No, okay, so yeah, I was thinking because, you know, an interesting thing about the UK flag, the red parts of the cross are closer to one edge of the white than to the other edge and all that. Yeah, it's hard to describe it, but if you're seeing it on screen, so you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm not seeing it, mind you. I'm doing this all from scratch. Let's make this thinner and keep it in the center. See, that amount of thickness on the sides looks about right to me. So let's actually see. This is now 2.42 wide, so we can make this 2.4. Wait a minute. What are they saying? Are they saying that it's already... What? Wait. They're saying that it's less than... But... Wait. What? It's because the white is thicker. Well, let's make the white... Okay. The white here is 3.67, so let's make the white here also 3.67, but, you know, in terms of height, because it's horizontal. And then we align back to middle, and I guess that's better. Okay. And now back to... Okay, no, so for these things, actually, we probably want to get rid of these because we're going to have to do a whole different thing there. So now let's do that wacky thing I was talking about. Let's make some more red rectangles. They're going to be thinner, and they're going to be tilted. But actually, we want it to be the exact same angle as these. So what we're actually going to do, delete this. We're going to copy and paste this so that we can just make it a thin red rectangle. Let's make that red. I will leave it something like this. Let's zoom in so we can do this. Now here we're going to have to... What are we going to have to do? No, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's ungroup. We have to ungroup it so that it can be its own separate shape. Now, in the British flag, this red doesn't intersect here. It's cut off by the white. So what we have to do is like select these two shapes. Select these two. Okay, let's not text box. Escape. Select these two. And I mean that's interesting. Oh, wait. You know why? Oh, it's because this is white and it's just blending right in. Okay, hide that. That's what we wanted. Yeah, we want that type of shape. Now we undo. Okay, and we show this again and show this. And now we can delete this because we don't need it. And we can paste that. And now we have what we wanted. Although, regrettably, I forgot to extend it this way first. So now we have that problem. We could edit shape. This is... Ideally, you would have just done this. You would have extended it to begin with. But since I messed up, we'll just do it this way and... keep that straight as you can make it, and keep that straight as you can make it, like that, and delete. I mean, not delete, escape to finalize that. And then we duplicate that, and let's hope this can work for the other angles without me having to redo it. Put that there, a little closer. That should be pretty good, I'm thinking. And now, if I'm not mistaken, we could group these, and then duplicate them, and drag them down and flip them vertically. And what do we have here? Something that works. Now the question is if this is the correct way, because I'm not British, I don't know just off the top of my head. Is this the are these parts closer to this edge, or is it supposed to be like here and here and all that? I don't think so. I think the way I did it is proper, but I don't know for sure.
Correct!
Let's actually let's get the group that contains both these, slide it a little bit over there so that it like this little edge, this point lines up right there. So, and that I think is pretty good. I hope I'm not missing any details. That's pretty good, I think, right? You guys want to see more of this? You guys want to see something else? You guys want to see me make other stuff in PowerPoint or whatever? Because I know that's probably pretty novel, right? Making all this stuff in PowerPoint, probably like, what the hell? PowerPoint's for presentations, for science class and whatnot. It is for that, but it's also for this. Tell me what flags you want to make next time, or whatever else you want to see me do. It doesn't have to even be in PowerPoint. Some other crap behind the scenes of videos. That's what JS2 is going to be about, My other stuff is other stuff. Actually, stuff that takes weeks to produce and all that. Cartoons and music videos and all this other stuff. The JS Tuesdays will be more of a behind the scenes and kind of, chiller type of thing. It doesn't require a whole bunch of editing, a bunch of work, a bunch of time to do. Right now, just make some flags in PowerPoint. So here we have France, and whatnot. Alright. America. Hell yeah. I gotta say, not to brag, but I'm really liking the alignment of those stars. Look at the alignment. Like, that's like, honestly, that's kind of perfection right there. I mean, but anyway. And then Britain. Now that I'm looking at it, I think the red should probably be a bit darker here, shouldn't it? But either way, I think it's pretty good. And see you next JS Tuesday. Alright.